I was baptized in water under the melodies of old hymns as they were sang elegantly from the lungs of holy women. I and my wife stood side by side and in hand as we responded to the hand gesture of the minister calling us forward into the river. I recall the climate being a bit cool with an overcast that kept the sun from sending its relief. And as my wife and I began to walk forward, the moment came when our bare feet broke the surface of the water, and the water was cold. Yes, it was colder than I had anticipated, and the touch of its coolness somewhat shocked me. I immediately wanted to turn back, but my reason for entering into this water would not allow me. And so we continued forward as my wife's grip squeezed tighter and tighter. It was clear to me that she was just as cold as I was, and just as determined. As we each stood in shallow water that came to our navels, I could see men and women scattered about the river's bank looking on at us with exceedingly great joy. I could see them as they watched softly as witnesses to this marvelous experience we were now undertaking. You see, it was early on in our union that we made the decision to die. For it didn't take long for us to realize that there was much within us that could not continue on if we were to live in harmony with one another and with God. The rage that once tossed within my heart like acid in an unstable bowl had to die. The unregenerate desires for money, fame, and power that characterized my entire outlook on the future had to die. The lust that burned within my body like electricity flowing through my veins had to die. These, among many other unclean things, we carried with us into this natural pool. And though our flesh demanded our retreat, we stood there sure of what we were about to do. As the minister placed his hand upon our heads and quoted scripture, we shivered cheerfully as the hairs on the back of our necks unfurled and the goosebumps began to populate upon our flesh. Was it for cold that our bodies had responded thus? Or was it the realization of a powerful moment in which the world would know us no more? Yes. And as one who turns the back to a closed door, we in that moment utterly forsook the world we had once known, only to return with fire in our bones.